Hey, this is Stu, Ben, and Ty. We're going to be helping out with some Dryland training for hockey. We're going to go through some dynamic warm-ups as well as some strengthening to get you stronger, faster, and better, and hopefully prevent some injuries this season. First mobility exercise we're going to do for warm-up is we're going to stretch the ankles. We need that to get in good positions on our skates. So Ben, I'm going to have you kneel close to the wall, and you're going to keep your heel on the ground, but push your knee as far as you can past your toes towards that wall without your heel coming up. Good. And do that 5 to 10 times. Let's do it 5 times, nice and hard. So really stretch that ankle out. Keep that heel down. 2, 3, 4, nice, and 5. Good job. And then switch sides. Push it. If you hit the wall, scoot back, give yourself a little more room. And we'll do 5 times on the right, keeping that heel down, nice and hard. 2, good job. 3, 4, and 5. Nice work. Okay.
All right, so the next one is called a scorpion twist. We're gonna try to open up those hips, open up that low back a little bit. So you're gonna lay on your stomach, palms flat on the floor so you can support your forehead. You're gonna take one leg across the opposite side, reaching as far out as you can, trying to touch that ground. Keep your elbows down on the floor, hold for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then coming back up, and then going the opposite way. We're gonna do 5 reps going each direction. And rotate. And one more here, Ben. Good job. All right, so our next one, we have a 90-90 windshield wiper is what we call it. So we're gonna start in a position like such, where we're about 90 degrees at our hip, 90 degrees of flexion at our knee. For the first couple reps, you can support yourself with your hand. Think about keeping your feet flat on the floor, but you're gonna rotate your knees up and over to the other side, going back the other way. If that feels pretty easy, what you can do is either walk yourself up farther on your hands, or you can completely take your hands off the ground and do the same type of thing. Trying to keep yourself up nice and tall each time. Try not to lean back out of it. Good job. All right, our next one is our hip cars. So we're gonna open up those hips a little bit more here. So you're gonna need something to hold on to for this one. So if your hockey stick is around, grab that. If not, you can hold the edge of the wall or door frame or something like that. So our first movement is we are going to march that opposite knee up high. You're gonna bring it out to the side. Keep your chest pointing forward. Rotate your foot up towards the ceiling. Rotate your foot back down. Bring your knee in and your foot back down to the floor. We're gonna do 5 reps on each side here. So march, bring that leg out, rotate that foot up, down, in, and down. Up, out, rotate, rotate, in, down, up, out, rotate, rotate, in, down. Now let's switch sides. You ready? March, out, rotate, rotate, in, down, march, out, rotate, rotate, in, down, march, out, rotate, rotate, in, down, march, out, rotate, rotate, in, down. Nice job.
Last warm-up is a dynamic groin stretch. So what we're gonna do with that is just lunge to the side. I want 10 toes straight ahead, so don't put your foot out like that. Keep all the toes forward. This leg is straight, this one's bent. And you're gonna go into it nice and easy and feel a stretch on that straight leg. And you're gonna come back up, go to the other side, feel a stretch down here, come back up. Good, and then we'll do 5 on each side, easing into it. Don't hurt yourself with the warm-up. Ease into it. Good. 3. Get both sides. Good. Last one. Feel that stretch. You should get a little bit further each time. Again, just don't pull it or don't go too hard. So now we're starting the strength part. With this, the hips are everything. So we're gonna start off with a lot of hip exercises. What we love is the loop band. You can get these on Amazon really cheap. Definitely get a couple levels, a little easier one and a little bit harder one. And as someone grows out of it, they can start doing the hard ones. But what you're gonna do is put it around your ankles. There's lots of different ways to do this, but we'll start off around the ankles. Little game ready position, it means bend your knees and your hips. Feet stay forward, don't let them go out. And you're gonna go side to side with good control, nice and slow. I don't want you to drag your foot, have it snap back. I want good control going side to side. You can do about 20 or 30 feet, up and down a hallway, basement, whatever works for you. Now we're gonna work on the backwards portion. So back your hips. You're gonna face backwards. Your foot's gonna come in and then back out. So it's gonna look like this in motion. Don't let that foot down in the middle. Just keep going back. Again, about 20 or 30 feet until you start feeling it in those hips, going backwards. So the next exercise is gonna be for the hips, but also a lot for the core. You're gonna go into a high push-up position or high plank. I don't want your butt up like that. You wanna be flat, keep it flat, and then lift a hip up towards the ceiling, keeping your legs straight and your back not arching. So again, don't do this. You do 10 on each side. Keep going, Ben. If that's too easy, you can go ahead and do opposite arm and leg. So lift one arm, one leg off. Again, set to 10. Really watch that back so you're not arching. Keep that butt down. Next one is a side plank. So we still get core and some hips. The beginning way, or level one, is knee bent on the bottom, and then your legs straight on top. Keep everything nice and straight here, and you're gonna go ahead and lift, and you're gonna go in front and back. It's called a rainbow. So you go front, back about 10 times. If that's getting a little bit easier, you can do a straight leg, where you go up like this, and go front and back. Again, getting that hip, both the down hip to hold it, and the top hip to move. 2 or 3 sets of 10, that'll get your hips and your core really good.
All right, so the next one is called skater squats. So think about your skating form. We're gonna go into a little squat on one leg, and you're gonna reach across behind that leg with your other foot, trying to touch your toe, and then right back up. Touch that toe, back up. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. You keep going with that then. If that feels too easy, the next version is you're gonna add a little jump to it. So you're gonna go into your skater squat, and as you come back up, you're gonna jump to the side. Working on a little bit of balance, a little bit of leg strength. Do 2 to 3 sets on each leg. All right, so the next one, we're gonna work into a couple lunge variations. So first, we're going to go into a split lunge or a split squat position. You are going to sink down into a lunge, right back up. Hover that knee just above the ground, but don't actually touch that knee down to the floor. 10 on this side, I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch feet for me, Ben. Go 10 the other way. If that's too easy, the next version that you can go to is a jumping lunge. So you're going to go down into a lunge one way, jump up, switch feet. With this, try to keep your knee right over top of your foot. So as you lunge, don't let that knee cave into the inside. 2 sets of 10 on each leg. All right, our next one is bear crawls. So we're going to go into a hands and knees position. Keep your butt low and your back flat. Think about how Spider-Man moves around. So opposite arm, opposite leg are gonna move together. You're gonna crawl forward, hovering your knees just above the ground. Nice and controlled, don't be in a hurry with this one. Use a hallway or your backyard, try to go about 20 or 30 feet.
Another important muscle group is your forearm, your elbow and wrist. It's going to really help control your shots, any other movement with your stick. So to get those strong, Be safe, number one. I don't want you hitting the ceiling, other stuff, siblings, other people or things. You're gonna hold it like this, so palm up at the very end of the stick. So it's nice and long and it's hard to turn back and forth. You do about 10 reps, nice and controlled. I don't want fast, nice and controlled, elbow bent the whole time. Your wrist should be doing the twisting, moving back and forth. Do that on both sides. Again, about 10 times, nice and controlled. Nice. And then if you want to get a little extra forearm stuff, grab a ball. You can move that back and forth. Golf balls work really well, or any kind of tennis ball or anything else. And just kind of move that back and forth in the house.